A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there to my channel, the Twin Flame Union. And in this channeling session, I would be talking about the great conjunction that's happening on 21st of December between Jupiter and Saturn. Now, the reason I did not make this channeling before is because I myself was observing drastic changes in my own energy and in my own lifestyle and especially my mission. So today I decided that this is the perfect time to create this channeling, that because we are very near to it and you guys can listen to it later on also, because a lot of you could possibly see changes in your energy, changes in your lifestyle, changes in how people perceive you, and major changes in the mission work that you're currently involved in, or the mission work that you are drawn to or you wish to do. Now, this channeling is also important because here I would be talking about how twin flames will get affected by this energy shift and how the great conjunction is going to impact their lives. And twin flames are very important because twin flames are here, especially here. They took birth on this planet during this time to help in the Earth's ascension journey. So, of course, their role is very, very important, and therefore, a lot of you had been struggling a lot in your life and you had been going through many difficulties, but you must have seen that 2020 has been appearing to be a very different year. Even though the world is affected by a global pandemic and there is a lot of hue and cry, but twin flamers are feeling a lot of relaxed energies. They are feeling much loved. And even though there have been upheavals and there have been situations where, they felt that things happened drastically without them being involved in it. So this is the reason why they were happening. Because sometimes it's very important for things to happen, for things to take place, and they will naturally take place in your life, and you would be there to witness the change, and you would be taking the correct decision as per your natural state of being is, without any fears, without being scared of what other people are going to do. It's because you are going to become a spontaneous person, and a lot of you have already been feeling this. The energies basically are like the divine feminine and the masculine energies are present in you already. So those of you who think that the divine masculine is another person and the divine feminine is a separate person, that is not correct concept. Let me tell you, both energies, divine feminine and masculine, are present in you. For the divine feminines, the masculine energies were in low quantity, they were not in balance, and for the masculines, the feminine energy was low. Therefore, when they meet each other, they trigger each other and they mirror each other and they help each other to become a better version by creating balance in their masculine and feminine energies. Now, the love that twin flame have within each other and for each other is a very pure form of love. And this is the type of love that transcends all sort of wants and desires, and as I had mentioned in one of my channeling, barter deals, exchange offers, expectations. They don't even think that the age gap, so time and space. Again, one of my channeling previously was on time and space, where I had spoken about what the divine feminine who are in the radiant stage are going through. So the channeling here is basically for all the twin flames right now. It's not necessary what stage you're in, what phase you're in, what age you are in, what profession you're in, which country you are in. None of this matters at all. Okay? It's for everyone, because every person, every twin flame, be it the masculine or be it the feminine, brings something important on the table for planet Earth. Okay? And one love is very important, because one love is the type of love which is coming from the unity consciousness, which is singular love. All right? So this is why the twin flames go through a certain lifestyle, they go through a certain energy shift, because they have to understand different facets of their life, on planet Earth. It's not only the relationship they share with the masculine or the feminine, but because of the relationship they share with each other, they learn everything about planet Earth. Now, this conjunction is very important and it can be seen with your naked eyes, and it's happening on a very long winter night. So, there are many other factors which are connected with this conjunction. Not only for twin flames will definitely benefit from this, and that's why the year 2020 also has been beneficial for them. But anybody else also who's on a mission, who's on a spiritual journey, who's on an ascension journey, they will also benefit a lot from it. Now, a few years back when I was in Kasol, that's a mountain area which is frequented by a lot of hippies, it's in India. That time I had witnessed Mercury and Venus conjunction, and it was a very beautiful sight to see, and once again from your naked eyes you could see it, but not many people were aware about it. I did try to take some pictures. Now that also had some impact on the twin flamers, but back in those days twin flame still was a developing concept. Twin flame ascension journey was still not, even now not everyone knows it, but those who know it would know that twin flame ascension journey started having some effect in their life right in 2011 itself. And 2012 was also an important year for them, but 2020 is like a booster. It's like a booster situation. All those people who have been in this journey for quite some time, for many years, have already started feeling a certain amount of contentment and a certain amount of understanding towards this journey. Now, they will understand that the mind is the ego mind basically. It has no power, it has no energy. And this is very important for the divine masculines who have the divine masculine energy, and they have to work on the divine feminine energy. And for the divine feminine who are reviving or regaining the masculine energy, they will gain the masculine energy in a form that it's egoless, and that will then mirror and that will create a sort of impact on their divine masculines, on their DMs, that their ego will wash out. So when you are connected with your higher mind, when you are connected, when you know that you have a supreme entity, you have connection with the source, when you understand that your spiritual body is very powerful, your mind is very powerful, then only you can bring changes which will be very natural and spontaneous. It's like when you change, everything changes. Those of you who don't see a change, those of you who are still in the complaining mode, in the bickering mode, in the anger mode, you guys need to change yourself more. Because we are not perfect, and we should not even think that we are perfect, but we try to be close to perfection. We try to be close to perfect so that we can be a better person. The idea should not be to get name, fame, money, sex or something. The idea is to become a better individual selflessly. So this energy conjunction will really help those people because they will get an energy upgrade. Now, some of you have felt that your twin flame went too harsh with their words, too harsh in their behavior. So how can I, forgive them, and how can I just forget about everything that they've done to me? So you have to understand that these are certain energies that basically come from the core of you, from within you. You have many wounds and you have not healed those wounds in all these years. So your twin flame is going to mirror those wounds to you. And they will show that harsh side and their mean side. Now, there was also a time when they did not show their harsh and mean side to you. There was also time and situation where they said very nice things to you. They showed some kind of true love to you, because of which today you are angry. For those of you who have not practiced forgiveness, why aren't you able to practice forgiveness is because at one point in time they made some promises, they made some vows, they did some really beautiful things for you. And then you were like, how can they then behave like this with me? How can they be so mean to me? How can they be so rude to me? So I would like to say that both those things, both those behaviors are your own projections. You are getting very elated with the good things, but you are getting very dejected with the mean things. Now, in this conjunction, you would also be realizing that you have to forgive. You should forgive. Forgiveness is good for you only. It will be proving beneficial for you. And anyone who is in therapy and anyone who's doing inner work and who have seen this change will notice that the first change will happen in you, within you. You will start feeling very content and very relaxed and very serene. So I would like to say that make the most of this conjunction. When you feel stuck in your energy with your twin flame, it's not just you are stuck with your twin flame. You will be feeling this energy in your work. You would be feeling in your mission. When I say work and mission in separate length, separate way, is because work, you need to work. Everyone should be independent. You should never be dependent on anyone, be it your family, be it your siblings, be it your twin flame, be it the man or be it the woman. And this is not the type of work you have to force yourself to do. You have to develop that much amount of faith in you that you're able to make money via the things that you love, via the things that naturally come to you. So you are not just stuck in that part. You are stuck in your finances. You want to get something but you're not able to get it because you have 100 other things to do, or you don't want to do those 100 other things but you're forced to do those 100 other things because you have to somehow manage. Or even if you have, some of you, even if you have money, you are not happy with what you're earning because you just feel that, this is not something that I enjoy. So there is still a level of lack of satisfaction, and there's a level of being stuck. You're like waiting for things to happen for you. Then in your mission also, say for example, you want to open an organization or a foundation, or you want to do something for voiceless beings, you want to do something for poor people, old people, young people. Like your area can be anything. Anything can be your area, whichever you feel naturally comfortable doing and naturally drawn to also. Comfort level is not the right word, naturally drawn to do. But you feel very stuck in that. You feel that I'm not able to do anything in my mission. All of this is happening because there are so many wounds that you have not healed yet. Hopefully in this conjunction, you will have this realization that your inner work is of prime importance to you. Whatever you're doing on the materialistic plane, this is just something that will happen any which way because it's all predestined. But what is also predestined is that you would eventually find your own calling. You will eventually find your passion. You will find your compassion. You will find your mission. Those of you who are already in the mission, you will feel more content, more powerful. If there are negative elements that try to stop you, there are people who are against you, they gang up against you, they don't let you do your work peacefully, they keep doing some drama, they keep creating some scene every now and then you don't have the support of other people. Your own people think that what the hell are you doing? All of this would have changed a lot already in 2020 and after the conjunction and on the day of conjunction. And I know this by personal experience because I have also been handling some legal paperwork, some legal things related to the work I do for my street animals. I've been filing cases on people who have been abusing animals. There have been many measures and all of these things are happening on its own. Everything is happening on its own. You just have to do your work as an instrument of the divine. Basically, you're the instrument and the source wants you to do the work that they have decided for you. That will happen through you. So, you are like the person who source has sent here for his or her work, for its work, I would like to say. But you cannot do that work. You cannot play your part if you are going to be in complaining, bickering mood. You have to be very open to healing. You have to be very open to inner work, and you have to be very open to forgiveness. Now, there are definitely many tools for forgiveness. I know forgiveness is not easy for many people. So there are certain mindfulness tools. There are certain other techniques, psychological techniques. There are spiritual techniques that you have to follow, which will help you forgive those people who you have not been able to forgive. It could be your mother, father, siblings. It could be someone in your life, someone who tortured you, abused you, molested you, did something nasty with you when you were a kid, people who bullied you. So all those negative energies, some psycho who had haunted your family, now you keep meeting psychos every now and then. So you have to heal all of those energies. Only then you will stop seeing those things and you will be seeing more of what you're here to do. Monetarily, you will be more settled, emotionally more settled, mentally more settled, in your relationship more settled, in your other formalities you will be more settled. You would understand the difference between formality. You would also know who to trust and who not to trust. You will also know. Maybe you have been confiding with people who don't really care about you, who have some benefit from you, who need something from you. So you have been sharing a lot with them, but they are really not concerned about you. Or even if they're concerned, they have a certain exchange thing in their mind, some barter. It could be financial exchange. It could be, some kind of publicity that they would get through you. Or it could be some kind of emotional stability they derive from you. Anything. It could be anything. So you will become more careful, you will become more smart, you will not be revealing everything to other people, you will not be sharing your emotions with every Tom, Dick and Harry, or those people who are just there to, be a spectator, a silent spectator and not do anything. And also you will know that what are the types of people you need to totally ignore, and they don't even match up to your level. You have a certain level, and this is not to make you feel you're superior or inferior. This is to let you know who are you as a natural being. You have a certain level, you have a certain frequency. You would know how to maintain it, and you would not entertain people who don't deserve to be in your frequency. Now let me explain a few things that are astrologically connected with this conjunction and why this is also called the Great Conjunction. Now, conjunction is when two planets, they meet each other in the sky, and from the earth, we can see from earth's perspective, it's a conjunction. So obviously the earth is getting involved in this because the earth is visualizing it, or not visualizing it, but observing it, watching it. So now, on the 21st night, it will be very easy to see it without any telescope, without any instrument as such. Even though Jupiter and Saturn, they move slowly as compared to some other planets, but they have an influence on a very big scale. They are big planets in size also and in their work also. Saturn is Shani, as I had mentioned, and Jupiter is Guru. Guru means teacher. Guru is the teacher of all the devtas and nirvanas, all the benevolent beings. Their guru, their teacher is known as Jupiter. And Saturn is a disciplinary god, disciplinary planet who believes in doing the right thing, the correct things. And Saturn punishes those people who don't understand these things. So that is how you get the karma. You have to pay for your karma. So when you start praying to Saturn or to Shani, it does not mean you just have to go to the temple and pour oil over him, pour the coconut oil. These are the things that some astrologers guide people to do because people have so many fears regarding Shani. But I would like to say, as a person who has I did not go deep into astrology because I do tarot and I am more about the intuitive reading part. Astrology I enjoyed because I enjoy studying the planets. And I enjoy the fact that in India, we have been matching our horoscopes for about 10,000 years now. And when the whole world, like Westerners, the Western world, this is not people specific, this is the world. Western world didn't even know if the earth is revolving around the sun or the sun is revolving around the earth. They did not know whether earth is flat or it is a sphere. All those things, they did not know that there are other planets or the planets have satellites. In India, for 10,000 years, we have books on astrology. We know the name of the 9 planets. Even children know that there are 9 planets. We do Navgraha Puja, which means 9 planet worshipping. So in India, this treasure of huge knowledge has always been there. And even in the dark ages, we were aware about these. And when the British colonized the Indian subcontinent, they tried to take away, they tried to steal this information. And they used many of it. They even changed the prime meridian, which is in India, in a place called Ujjain, and they put Greenwich as the prime meridian, which is not correct, the study wise also. But Indians didn't change it. We continue to use Ujjain as the center point. There is a big temple of Shiva, which is called Mahakaleshwar, which is the conjunction of time and space, as they would say. So Mahakaleshwar itself means someone who's beyond time and space. So these are the things that we have been following for many years, though there are many people who are very much connected to the Western culture. But I must say that Western culture is very new And Native Americans were very old. They were the original ones actually. Similarly, in other parts of the world, there were many people who were living in sync with nature, but the colonization had a very bad, very poor impact on many nations, and all the factories, all the pollution, all the animal abuse, everything. It became too much during the Dark Ages, and even India got affected by it, I must say. So now the schooling system, the college system, it's all very, very dark, and it's very pitting people against each other, pitting very young children against each other. Whereas in our country, the Gurukul system used to follow. When I say Indian subcontinent, it includes everything. It includes Sri Lanka, it includes Nepal, it includes even Pakistan that used to be a part of India. Hind, Sindh, all of these places were India, but they separated it, they made borders out of it, then they did divide and rule. Even Bangladesh was a part of India. So in India, many seers, many masters were born, and there are so many masters and seers because of their presence, be it Shiva, be it Krishna, be it Ram, be it Guru Nanak, be it the latest ones, also Ram, they were Rahim, they were Kabir. So, and great poets, great poets and great fakirs were born. And I had asked in one of the channelings for all of you to Google the word fakir, because fakiri is the lifestyle that twin flames should live on. The only difference in a modern fakir and what Sai Baba used to do as a fakir or other fakirs is that modern fakirs have the technology also, and they must use the technology to a good use. So the conjunction now, coming back to the conjunction, the planetary positions matter a lot, and that's why when you're born, your database is very important. Now in the study of human design also, the database is very important, which is your time of birth, date of birth, place of birth, and time, place, and of course the date of birth, the complete date of birth with time and age. This type of astrology, be it human design or be it Vedic astrology, this is not only about what's your zodiac sign, because that, according to me also, it's very incomplete. Now, if I say I'm an Aries, but my Lagna is Kanya, okay, which is Virgo. So if my Lagna is Kanya, which is Virgo, then it makes me a completely different person. I'm not going to be like the other Aries. So my time of birth and my place of birth, it will change everything. There would be other people who are born on the same date as me, but they're not born in the same location as me. Or they're not, born in the same year as me. Date could be the same, the year cannot be same. So these are very important details that they use, and based on these studies, the Vedic astrology used to tell people, even when the child was born, it's not even 1 day old, the Pandits and those people who could read the Patris or the horoscopes, as you say, would talk a lot about the child's behavior, nature, personality, what it's going to do, and this and that. But at the same time, when you have all of these mathematic calculations and permutations, because astrology has so many calculations and permutations, so many combinations, that anything can happen from anywhere if you get awakened. So there was a dacoit called Valmiki in India. He was a dacoit and he had killed many people, okay? But when he got awakened and when he meditated, when he went deep into himself, when he practiced focused attention totally, the same dacoit eventually became a poet, a writer, and one of the most known sages who ended up writing Ramayana, which is the greatest epic of its time. And even after 8,000 years, 7,000 years, no one has been able to write something as great as Ramayana, and no one has been able to change anything about Ramayana. That is the power of that book, the epic, the story of Ram and Sita, the love story of Ram and Sita. So imagine a person who's a dacoit, who was a murderer, who was a criminal, turns into somebody else because he found out a secret, and that secret he put in the book Ramayana. Now it's for you to understand when you read Ramayana what is that secret. I won't tell you here. If you want to know that secret, then you'll have to take a separate session from me, because I don't want to talk about it right now or publicly as of now. Now, coming back to the conjunction again, so this is a very, very important time for a lot of people who are on a spiritual journey. And because both these planets, Jupiter and Saturn, have a grand scale impact, they will have a huge impact on the society. And society is made from people, Okay, democracy is made from people, but before democracy there is society and there is humanity. So humanity will start shifting now, and it will shift in a big way. And on top of that, this conjunction is happening on winter solstice. Now, this is also a very spiritual, thing. It has a spiritual significance, and a lot of rebirths of all forms is associated with it. Now, some people are saying that this is also the time when Jesus was born. Like this type of alignment was there. So you can study about it. I wanted to say read and study, so ready. You can study about it, and you would know that Jupiter is a planet of optimism. It's a planet of expansion. It's a planet of healing. It's a planet of growth, and it's also a planet of miracles. And Saturn, as I said, is a disciplinary planet, but it is connected with restrictions. But if you are a person who has a hermit type nature, if you have heretic hermit qualities, if you're born like that, then imagine you already follow those restrictions to the core. And these restrictions are not to trouble people. These restrictions that Saturn puts on people or on the society is to take them to the golden ages, take them to a higher dimension, because there are certain restrictions that are very much required now, like the way people are polluting the environment, the way people are abusing animals, the way people are doing wars for no reason, the way people are getting into so much materialism, useless, pointless materialism. And based on those materialism, there are so many parents that are not raising their children. They go to office, they want to make money, they are not content with what they earn, so they leave the children at the hands of nannies, and then they are open for molestation, they're open for all kinds of bad things. Now, in earlier times, that was not the case. A mother would be completely focused on the children, and she would be like, this is the only thing I want to do. And the community, if in case this does not have the measures to take care of the children, the community was such that they would take care of all the children. That's why in India there were many gurukuls. And gurukuls were open to anyone. The son of a king and a son of a farmer or a son of a poor person would all study together in the gurukul. There was equality in education. You could be anybody, you could be anyone, but you could get the same guru, and you could get the same teachers, and the same amount of love would be given to you. You would be sleeping on floors, you would be raising cattle, you would be learning farming, you would be learning all organic things, and you would be put into meditation at a very early age. Some people would get into meditation at the age of 12, 10, because we used to believe that till the age of 4, the child should be very close with the mother. The child should get enough physical touch from the mother, that he does not have the need of forming physical relationships that are full of lust, where a person is only seeking touch. So it's very important for you to give the loving touch therapy to your children. Now, unfortunately, there are many children who are destitute, who are orphans, who don't have anyone. Then someone should sponsor them. People should, sponsor them or adopt them or do something for them. Give them as much love as you can, even if you're not their biological parents. That is real parenting. When you love every child as your child, you want to give kindness to everyone. And if there are certain sections of society that need reform, like there are children who get into crimes at a very young age, they need some kind of loving atmosphere also. Or if they are like a menace to the society, they have become hardcore criminals. Again, we need to understand that it is happening because of the ill in the society. So the Saturn is going to put those restrictions in the society, so that the children, the coming generation that will be living to see the golden age, or that will be a part of the golden age. And even now, though we are not in the 1000-year golden age that is approaching after 2100, but some of us will be there, and some of us will be helping the society reach that place. Now, in coming few years, you will see that lifespan will also increase. Already it has increased. In the dark ages, the lifespan was very low. Now you will see a big change in the lifespan. Now, those people who will not change themselves, who will not work on themselves, who will not do inner work, they will continue to live in a darker version of planet Earth. The rest will all get uplifted and ascended. So I'm going to continue this channeling about 21st December 2020. That is right there now. And you can listen to it later also, because after this you will see the impact of this conjunction. I will see you in the next part, in part 2. Till then, one love and peace out.